Never miss an episode of Create, Build, and Manage Daily again. Subscribe to our podcast and listen on the go.
BizTV's sister network, BizTalkRadio, produces several quality podcasts to help you grow your business or personal wealth. Scale to Well helps listeners gain valuable insights and creative strategies from guests each week. I'm excited because joining me in studio tonight is the host of Scale to Well, Xavier Egan Dom. Xavier, welcome to the studios.
Thank you.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, he's looking sharp.
I mean,
He tends to do that on us. Yeah.
Takes everything he can get. First of all, congratulations on the podcast. That's exciting.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
We're excited to participate, man. Be a part of the family.
Yeah.
You are indeed part of the family. What can listeners expect with each episode?
With each episode, I think there's just a new topic that people just need to know. There are all of these questions that go on in business, and I feel like we're always saying, well, maybe I need to know about this at this level or that level. The information that we're putting out is letting you know that each level of business, everything that we're putting out is important and essential.
All right. You got anything to add to that?
Oh, that's good.
Right? Now, you like to mix a little entertainment into the podcast. Talk about that. Why is that important to you?
Well, I think it's important to be able to speak to every level of activity. And businesses are a wide array of what the economics are in all economies, right? Whether we're talking the United States or otherwise. And the diversity in those businesses is just as wide as the diversity in people. So being able to, understand or talk to the audiences where they are, or just be a little entertaining at times, or bring stories that are a little bit more local to them, is kind of what we like to do to spice things up a little bit, right?
Yeah. And I feel like it's kind of like that biz to table type of thing. People want to feel that they can relate to what's going on. And I like to bring those everyday real world topics just so someone can say, you know what? I can apply that to my business and not feeling like this is just over their heads. And again, we want everybody to feel that they can all take part in what we're doing.
So a lot of podcasts out there.
Yeah.
So for people watching tonight, what would you say sets your podcast apart from others that cover similar topics?
Similar topics? There's nothing like us.
I've never heard that before.
Right. There we go. Right. Well, I think part of it is, again, giving a different perspective, covering from business to innovation, real estate, and technology. Knowing that there's such strategic diversity inside of organizations is really what we want to try to bring to view. And then bringing in a lot of great guests from all sorts of walks of life and all sorts of experience levels is going to be our other combination. Besides getting this greatly dressed guy every time, we're going to bring some other guys, and hopefully they'll dress good too.
Yeah, there you go.
But, one of the things that Xavier just highlighted is, getting someone at every level. And the reason why I keep saying that is very important because sometimes with certain podcasts, it's like, oh, we just want to make sure, that these set of people. And I feel like that sometimes you can limit, the amount of people that you're grabbing when you do that. And I feel that with us, it's a come all be all type of thing. We want any and everybody to feel that they can really take what we have and apply it. Like everything that we talk about is very applicable. We just had a talk today. We talked about a business operating model. There's no business that's walking today that doesn't need an operating model. So again, it's just coming up those basic topics that we're just not talking about, and we're just illuminating them and welcoming everybody into the classroom. But again, we're learning too. As we talked about today, as well as we're putting out this information, we're also learning too. So just students of the game.
So when someone's tuning in, so we're I'm guessing the sweet spot is somebody who is an entrepreneur or they're starting a business or running a business. You mentioned the different stages. When you think about topics, I'm kind of curious kind of what the strategy goes down. You guys sit down like, I know you plan it out, right? It's not like, what are we talking about today? Right? You guys plan it out. So what goes in that process of deciding, is it seasonal? Is it, kind of walk me through the thought process of how you come up with the topics each week.
You want to take that?
Okay. Yeah, well, absolutely. We actually start off with a little dialogue and a little contrive where we write up some things. So we actually come up with a blog that we think or an article that we think is going to be valuable from a more, educational content standpoint. And then we use that to derive, who could be a great guest to complement that, what types of things we might have as just general opinion against more of that fact-based or,
Right.
Article-based kind of context. And so it makes it a little easier for us to say, hey, this is a lot of good information, whether you want to take it in, audio-wise, visual, read it, absorb it in any of these contexts. We think that there's a great opportunity for you to hopefully scale and create more wellness and opportunity for yourself, your business, and your family, whether you're working in a business today or, creating a new business tomorrow, or hopefully buying a business tomorrow. All of those are going to be great options just as a part of the great phases of the business life, right?
There you go. All right, what's the goal? So you've launched this podcast. Where do you want to see it a year from now, 5 years from now?
Wow, that's a loaded one, though. I mean, honestly, we got into this simply because we want to educate. So, as far as we can take this in terms of that, is obviously where we want to go, because we feel that we want to educate people on every level possible and in every type of classroom, or it may not be a traditional classroom. Again, there are a lot of different entities that can benefit from what we're providing. So I think it's just important to be where the noise is currently, because it's always important to be in the know as well, as you talked about with the topics. We have to understand what's hot right now, so if we are talking about finance, what's going on in finance right now? What are some of those hot topics? What are those keywords that, every time somebody gets on Twitter or Instagram, that's what they're researching? Right now, Bitcoin, think about it. All of these hot topics next year, are they still going to be talking about that? But sure, it's important that we still bring it up now to let everybody know, like, hey, there's a new player in the game, and this is how they actually influence what's going on. This is how long we feel they're going to be here. Like, we don't know. But again, it's important to us to illuminate who all the players are and what all the plays are in this game, so people can figure out and say, hey, like Xavier said, maybe I want to buy a business. Maybe I want to start it from scratch. Maybe I want to come in and learn under someone, be a part of the management team. Then when the owner leaves, we can buy the business. So again, for us, it's just educating at every level and giving the people what they want.
Awesome.
Absolutely. So maybe we'll have an even cooler show with you guys.
There you go. I like it. Scale to Well is the name of the podcast, and you can get it anywhere you get podcasts, whether it's Apple, Spotify, you're on YouTube.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Easy to find, Scale to Well. Your website is coming soon. We'll go ahead and give it to you, but it's like one little, it's going to be published soon.
It'll be ready.
ScaleToWell.com. Easy to remember, right? Come on.
We try.
There you go. All right, Xavier, Dom, appreciate you guys. You are watching Create, Build, and Manage Daily. We'll be back right after this.